So, you're banned right now in my team, and Ben Simmons exists. Chet Holmgren exists. Scottie Pippen exists. 3 guys that are probably going to be the best at their individual positions in this game. We're very soon going to be running with the team of Ben Simmons, Scottie Pippen. I don't know. I think Tim Thomas is still probably best small forward. Power forward, Chet Holmgren. And then center, Yao Ming. Pretty much the 7-foot demigods. Pretty much the demigods at this stage. We are running with the demigods. But lads, I'm going to be talking right now. I'm going to be giving my opinion on what to do if you've been banned. The first thing you don't do is if you are on an alternate account, open packs, rip packs. That is the first thing you don't do. The second thing you don't do is buy MT anytime soon, because you better believe that 30-day ban hammer is going to coming out very quickly. They're not playing. They would rather have you quit the game than buy MT. It's very clear. And for anyone who is like on the fence, being like, oh, maybe I'll open packs for Ben Simmons, and maybe I'll go and transfer the MT over to my account and I'll buy Ben Simmons on my account. Please don't. If you're thinking as well, oh, I got a brand new account, I'm going to get Ben Simmons in this account, then I'm going to sell everything on my old account, transfer the MT over, you're getting popped. Don't do that. Don't do that, whatever you do. So, lads, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm not going to say this whole thing just form a pack strike, but be smart about it. If you're currently banned, no matter what your ways around this are, don't open packs. Whatever you do, do not open packs under any circumstances. If you are banned right now, under no circumstances, open packs. And I will say this right now, if you are currently banned, because the only advantage to opening packs tomorrow if you're currently banned, in any scenario, is if you're saying, oh, let me transfer, I'll go and sell everything and transfer the MT over. Cool, you're going to get banned again. So if you are currently banned, whatever you do, do not open packs tomorrow. No matter how tempting it might be, if you want to go and use Ben Simmons, wait. Trust me. He's not going anywhere. And if anything, he's going to be cheaper next week. Because you better believe if none of the whales open packs, like, that are currently banned, we're not going to see a Ben Simmons, by the way. You're just not going to see a Ben Simmons on the auction house. Which means that Ben Simmons is probably going to be in next week's Super Packs when everybody's, not everyone's banned. Maybe not next week. Maybe the week after Super Packs. They'll be in, basically, Ben Simmons will be in a Super Pack right after everyone's unbanned. Because let's be real, I think they're not going to make anywhere near as much as they would on a god tier Ben Simmons drop. And I think they know they will. I actually genuinely think 2K have gotten to the stage where they're saying, you know what, we will take the short-term hit in money just to like maybe to either do one of two things. Either get the guys that are buying MT to just quit the game entirely, or for them to have so much FOMO missing out on this stuff that they're saying, oh, maybe I never want to get banned again, let me buy VC. It's one or the other. And with 2K, if 2K can even, everyone's like, oh, but like 2K are going to lose like a big percentage of their player base. First of all, I reckon 1% if even of people got banned. I reckon 1% if even people got banned. And of that 1%, I reckon if they can somehow get half of those, if they can get 20%, if 80% of the 1% that got banned quit the game, and 20% are like beyond scared straight and suddenly they're buying VC, that's a win for 2K. Let's be real, it's a win for 2K. Because a player that is playing this game and purchasing MT from their perspective is not want. They would rather not have you on the game, which is an unfortunate situation. Also, because of how good these opals are, these pack odds are going to be terrible. We're going to see the same crap over and over again. Just don't open packs. But one thing that I will say with all the ban situation, because I was moving to PlayStation anyway, by the way, because I didn't get Iji and Lian, and like my team on PlayStation is already better than my team on Xbox, because I spent all my Xbox money on locking in like Shane Battier and stuff for videos. So like I'd locked in all of these sets just out of being dumb. I locked in all of these. So like for me, I was just like, oh, I'm cool with it all. I have a bunch of these cards, so I was like, and when I didn't get E, I'm like, there's nobody on my Xbox team that if I completed KG, would be on my PlayStation team. So like I'm really happy with my PS team right now, and yeah, I'm genuinely happy with it. But like it's a case of maybe if you have been banned, being able to reevaluate the mode. So if you are somebody, I'm seeing it more and more on Twitter, and again, I always say is opinions can be gatekept. The 2K community gatekeeps opinions, and maybe you're able to change your opinion on your outlook on the mode. Like this literally here. I blocked this guy because he just was talking crap. Like it was about an entire thread of Splash being like, calm down. He was like, no, talking crap. And this guy has the freaking audacity to put YouTube in his name. But like he basically says the difference. Splash goes into stats and tendencies and has an opinion in or I go into stats and tendencies. No, I use the cards. I use more cards than anyone else. Splash takes time to understand the card. No, Splash is the best player in the world and he judges cards by competitive standpoint, which I can't do. I'm not good enough to judge cards by Splash's standpoint. And Splash is also too good to judge cards by my standpoint. Because again, I think there are equally as many people, maybe more people, that are at the level that I am than are at the level that Splash is. So we both have our target audiences, and what we do both hits our target audiences. Like I don't claim to be the best player in the world, but like the amount. This is the thing that I really need to I really hope we kind of lose in the community, and I hope that this ban situation maybe happens because a lot of people start up new accounts and playing. Dude, maybe not even. I'm not even saying go no money spend. If you want to spend a little bit of money on this game, okay, cool. But we know we need to just kind of get out of this. Hopefully breaks the FOMO. I hope that. I actually think the reason why, like, for example, why people are getting Dirk, Harden, and Vince, and suddenly they're outclassed, like, straight away. And then, like, the week before, people getting Ja, who gets outclassed right away, and Kawhi, who was never not outclassed. I think people are always just kind of chasing that high of the next best card. And maybe 10 days off the game and having to miss a pack drop, and miss a pack drop that's as OP as the Ben Simmons, might reevaluate you. It'll stop the FOMO. And I actually think that it might reevaluate people's opinions on the mode. And that's what mine is. Like, I'm starting off from scratch and I'm like, oh, I don't really have the coins for a center. I'm like, you know what? Walker Kessler's good. This guy's legitimately good. And then I've blocked 5 people on Twitter who responded to me saying, I think Walker Kessler is a good card with, no, he's not, you bum. And I've, like, literally, verbatim, like, different ways of, like, saying that. But I blocked 5 people for saying that. So I'm like, yeah, no gatekeeping opinions. But I'm like, this card, I'm starting off from scratch, and I'm like, you know what? Walker Kessler's actually pretty good for a card that I paid 60 tokens for. He's fine. Like, oh, cool. Willis Reed wouldn't have made my team otherwise. Willis Reed's a beast. And then still using Thurl in my team. I got a squad, I'm using all of these guys. I'm having fun. And I don't need the best cards in the game because I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I don't need a Dirk, and I don't feel any sort of FOMO from not getting Dirk. I don't feel a FOMO from not having Yao Ming. But then again, I don't play this game for money. And if you're playing this game for money, things are different. If you don't play this game for money, hopefully 10 days off this game will be able to reevaluate people's just lack of FOMO. People's just complete lack of FOMO. People's FOMO, and I hope that it gets rid of people's FOMO. I think the people that are spending a crap load of money, especially on MT, a lot of people who spend money on VC. I think most of the people that spend over 1,000 on the game every year are doing a lot of it out of FOMO because they think they need X card, otherwise their team's not going to be great. And a bit of a news flash for you: Chet Holmgren is going to be 1% better than Kevin Garnett. Chet Holmgren's going to be 1% better than Kevin Garnett, and I'm literally like, I'm hearing like I'm tweeting out some stuff, and literally I'm tweeting out my opinions on cards, and comp players are like, oh no, nobody dribbles, he's not good in a comp setting. I don't give a damn if this card's good in a comp setting. For me, he's the best power forward in the game that I've used because I like his release. He's a great popper and a great defender. I couldn't give a damn what a comp player says. Because at the end of the day, and I'm not saying their opinion's invalid because it's not. It's an opinion. I couldn't give a damn what their opinion is. My opinion is my opinion. Like, for example, you win 10 games in a row. You get this guy in 20 minutes. In 30 minutes. Go and get Willis Reed. Willis Reed's one of the best power forwards in the game. If all you are doing is playing defense and standing in the corner with your power forward shoot, you're not going to notice the difference between Willis Reed and freaking Dirk Nowitzki. If anything, Willis Reed is a better release, so you're going to play better with Willis Reed. So, hopefully people's attitudes towards cards change. And hopefully the fact that you have to sit there watching, you have to sit there on the outside, watching like these cards, maybe one Ben Simmons on the auction house, but watching these cards like get released while you can't play. Hopefully it means that some people might reevaluate and being like, look, I didn't get these packs, I wasn't able to open these packs, I wasn't around for this time, I wasn't able to buy MT to buy these cards, and it wasn't the end of the world. And maybe people will become more content with just using cards and having fun. Because at the end of the day, if you're playing this game for money, it's one thing. If you're a wannabe comp guy, I'm sorry for you. I feel sorry for any of the wannabe comp guys. I really do. Because you have to constantly put money in the game to feel like you need the best players to compete, when in reality, the gap between Chetty Osman and Vince Carter is like that. It's like that. If you're like a real good player, yeah, it can be the difference between winning and losing a game for money, but it's gonna affect your win percent by about 5%. But yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. We all kind of need an attitude adjustment. We need an attitude adjustment towards the game. If you are watching this, you're someone who plays this game for money, if you're a 250k qualifier, scrap everything I've said. Just literally, if you want to freaking win, have the best team for 250, start buying your VC on Thursday as soon as it's in. If you're not looking for 250, I would advise no one to ever spend money in this game, because there's no reason to. You don't need Yao. You don't need Yao when you can just go into the Candy Man and freaking out and just run around Yao. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, Chet is going to be not much better than Kevin Garnett, and if you don't need a dribble with Chet, Willis Reed's going to be perfectly fine at power forward, and he's really easy to get. Scottie Pippen's going to be really good. How much better is he going to be than OG Anunoby? Like, that much better. And then you're like, oh, but he can play the shooting guard position. Okay, then what? Like, you need Scottie at the 2. Like, Scottie plays the 2. Okay, yeah, who do you play at the 3? Then you're like, oh, like LeBron or something. It's like, makes no odds. Play Scottie at the 3 and Chetty at the 2. You're fine. Or like, just play OG at the 3, Chetty at the 2. You're fine, even at Diamond. And if you are somebody that is banned right now and is thinking, I'm going to open a bunch of packs for these cards, or I'm going to open a bunch of packs and then I'm going to transfer my MT over, you're incredibly dumb if you think you're not going to get the 30-day ban straight away. Or if you're like, oh, I'm going to open a bunch of packs and start a new account. If your thought is in your band, I'm going to open packs because I need this card, you may have a problem. You may have an actual, like, either gambling addiction or in a 2K addiction. You may have a problem. If that applies to you, if you are banned and your thought is, I need to get Ben Simmons, so I'm opening packs, I think you might have a problem. You should probably get it checked out. I'm not gonna lie, that is an addiction. But yeah, that's it. See yous.